And so I say, as we get older, and I don't mean that much older, you could be in your 20s and feel this way. But like, there are ways to get involved with hip hop music and culture that can be good for hip hop music and culture. And by extension, as we like to talk about, good for humanity in ways you don't even think of. And this is so important and needed and necessary, especially hip hop's 50 something years old. The archives still exist, but it's interesting because we came up in the cusp of this transition from analog to digital. Shouts again to Summer McCoy with the Mixtape Museum. There's so many mixtapes that came out literally on cassette tapes. It's the only place they exist. And if you don't have a copy of it, you don't have the original, it's like it never happened. And this may not be important to people who are outside of the culture, but think about what a mixtape by a mixtape DJ was. It was a chronicling of a moment in time, not just putting out an album by one artist, but by a cultural, curator, taking a selection of songs, assembling them in an order that was different than anyone else or anything official. There's culture in that. But if we don't get those, if we don't round up all those mixtapes, those mixed CDs, eventually what went online, we had an episode a few episodes back with the Dat Piff Internet Archive, which had been transferred to the Internet Archive, disappearing, gone. Like 600,000, 300,000 mixtapes that only existed in digital format. Gone. This may not be important to some of the folks outside of the culture, but it'd be like, listen, I don't care about every book in the library. I don't read all these stories about things that don't interest me. But if I went to the Library of Congress and I said, well, I'm just going to take from here to here, these shelves, and just burn them, you'd be up in arms. Well, they're doing the same thing. They're allowing the same thing to happen to hip hop's, history. So we need people to get into this field.
Manny Faces. You sick for this one. Sick for this one. Sick.